You too. What's good? It's your boy Yo Yoy, the best that ever did it. A true winner, 6 p.m. Back with some more NCAA basketball. First Saturday, December 30th. And real quick before we dive in, leave me a sub. Be sure to hit the notification bell and leave me a like. And comment your top three picks of the day. Let's beat them together. Let's sting their ass together, man. But without further ado, we got a lie. We got that scroll. We got that scroll. What did I tell y'all? When it's the Saturday, Sunday, it's Wednesday, Thursday, and Tuesday, they be having that little scroll. You gotta scroll for a minute. You know what I'm saying? You gotta scroll down for a minute. We got that scroll today, y'all. We got that scroll. So we got a lot of basketball to talk about. Um, we gonna deep dive into every game. You know what I'm saying? And we're just gonna start exposing these books. We're gonna expose the lines. We're gonna call it how we see it. We ain't bullshitting nobody. We ain't sugarcoating nothing. Let's get right into it. Hofstra at St. John's at a neutral venue. St. John's is 10-point favorites. Now look, St. John's coming off a loss to UConn, beat Xavier by 15, 14, 15. My bad, 15. I knew I seen it right. Beat Fordham by 22. And at a neutral venue against BC, Boston College, it was 80-86 loss for them. You know what I'm saying? A neutral venue again with Dayton, 80-80 loss. And I think it gets well over the total again. As you can see, when it was a step up spot for Hofstra against Duke out on the road, it wasn't neutral, but it wasn't at Hofstra crib. It was over 144. Every other game they had was under for the last 5 games, 6 games. Yeah, man, we getting well over this total. At a neutral venue, 2 times they played. I think they played another one. 3 neutral venues, all over. Over the total. Strongest play in this one is the over. I'm going to cook up the parlay with y'all. Let's chalk it down. This is a lock. Write down all the locks. This is a lock right here. Over 150, man. The spread is going up. It opened at 148. It's at 149. Get it while you can, while it's early. It's going to go up to 152 by the time it closes. Over is the strongest play. And if I'm picking a side in this one, I got St. John's to lay the spread. I don't think Hofstra is a good step-up school. I don't think when they step up to bigger competition, it's not well. I know who Jordan Dingle is. Them boys are real. And they not finna cover the spread against St. John's. I don't see it. Maybe if it was at Hofstra's house, maybe. But not on the neutral venue. I like the over, and I like St. John's to cover the spread. Next up, Lipscomb catching 10 points at Florida State. Florida State so wishy-washy, so fake. They so inconsistent. They lost 3 in a row. Lost a fucking head scratcher to South Florida just because it's a Florida team. You beat North Florida Ospreys. Couldn't beat them by more than 17, though. Beat them right by 16. And then you beat Winthrop by 6 points. Lost to SMU. Lost to Georgia. The best win to them was this Colorado win. That was the best win in overtime. Other than that, they lost to Florida. UNLV took them to OT. This team right here lost to damn Arkansas by only 3. Man, Belmont by 2. UCF, that was a terrible loss. Then when they playing these bullshit ass schools, they even lost to Bowling Green by 19 points. Yeah, I'm going to have to side with my boys Lipscomb to cover the spread. It's not one of them games I'm rushing in the window to. I'm more often than not going to touch this game. But if I have to pick a side, I'll take the points with Lipscomb. It's too many points. I like Lipscomb as a program. They could score the ball. I think they score enough to hang with Florida State. I do. That's just how I call it. Next up, Stonehill at Rutgers. This is short, sweet, and simple. I'm taking the points with Rutgers. and I'm fading Stonehill every chance I could get. 6-1 Rutgers at home. Let's look at how they do when they lay a big number like this. Recently, they just did it against LIU, laying 27.5. They only won by 22. You know what I'm saying? And LIU, they had the shot. The LIU, man, the Sharks. Them boys is really ass on the real, but they a little bit better than Stonehill. I must admit, they a little bit better than Stonehill, and they still lost by 22. St. Peter's got their ass beat up by 30. Howard is way better than Stonehill. You know, me and you know Howard is better than Stonehill, and they got their ass 22 pieced. Yeah, I just got to lay the points with Rutgers, man. They land 22 against Boston University, covered that, won by 24. I think they get the cover all day long. Stonehill ain't nobody. Stonehill's getting beat by worse numbers than this by weaker teams. They let Ryder of all teams beat them by damn near 20. Yeah, I'm not. You could take Stonehill if you want to. I got Rutgers to lay the big number. Next up, Mount St. Mary's, Delaware State. Now, I fuck with Delaware State, man. And the prior years, like 2 years ago, a year ago, I was going to pick Mount St. Mary's all day long, right off the bat. But I think it's some value with the home dog right here, man. The 4.5 number, anything from 2.5 to 4.5, it's value if it's a good team. And this team is good enough. I've made money off this team. Look at this. Covered against Longwood at the crib. We got to catch them when they at the crib. This is the secret to Delaware State. They only doing this shit at the crib. Now, they did get a good job done against Chicago State and Loyola Maryland. We was on them against Loyola Maryland for sure. Cash that out. Longwood supposed to beat them by the 8. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't beat them by 8. They played Wake Forest and ECU, lost bad. You know, two good schools. And then look at this loss to NJIT. That was the worst loss of the season. This NJIT loss. Man. And they played Longwood again, and then they lost in overtime. A formidable program in Longwood. Formidable program. Delaware lost. You know what I'm saying? But look how they playing, though. They playing good teams. They playing good when they can. Lamar, all of these hang-wittable teams. Mount St. Mary's is a team that they can hang with. They is beating up on these smaller teams like LIU, SFPA, Loyola Maryland, but they losing to Manhattan in overtime. Manhattan is terrible. Lost to American on the road. American is nothing special. You know what I'm saying? American is nothing special. They beat Siena. Come on now. Can't do that. They played a very good game against Georgia. I do think Mount St. Mary's is the better team. Of course, I do think they are the better team, better skill, a little bit more double-digit scores. I just think Delaware State is a live dog in this one. I'm going to take Delaware State plus the points, but I think Mount St. Mary's win this one, maybe by 2 points, 1 point. Last-minute free throws, Mount St. Mary's pull this off on the money line. Delaware covers, though. Next up, William and Mary versus the Navy. And short, sweet, and simple, I'm all over William and Mary tribe. But I'm fucking iffy about it because, like, man, they only beaten Old Dominion and UMBC and American. You know what I'm saying? The whole season. Navy lost to Quinnipiac by 3. Stayed in there with George Washington. Beat Coppin State. Who can't beat Coppin State? And they beat VMI. Nobody else. You know what I'm saying? Two dumbass teams. Two terrible doormats. When it's two doormats like this, man, I'm gonna go. Let me show y'all the evidence. I'm not just talking out my side of my neck. You know what I'm saying? When we go look at the fucking facts, William and Mary tribe. This is a tribe. You know what I'm saying? These boys came to play. If you look at their player stats, they have currently one, two, three, four, five double-digit scorers, and three people that's about 8 points off the bench compared to Navy's. See what Navy's player stats looking like. They currently have one double-digit scorer on the team, and they're healthy. 10 games. Give me William and Mary with the more offensive firepower. It's not rocket science. Better team. They could score more buckets. Give me William and Mary as the underdog. Money line. I'm money lining William and Mary. Money line. Pittsburgh at Syracuse. Now this is where it get interesting at it, y'all. Syracuse is 6-0. Pittsburgh coming to this one 9-3. They 1-0 on the road. You know what I'm saying? And Syracuse is one of them teams now. Y'all know how Syracuse get out. When they at the crib, Cornell, Niagara, took a shitter against Virginia and Gonzaga in Tennessee. Beat LSU at the crib by 23. You already know LSU bad. 80. Look at all of these scores, dog. Look at all of these scores. A lot of high scoring games. 80-70 with Niagara. 80-70 down there with Georgetown. 80-60. 80-70. I like the over in this one. They let Canisius put up 77. Colgate put up 75 against them. You know what I'm saying? Pittsburgh is gonna score. You know what I'm saying? Pittsburgh is gonna score. The same Canisius team, 80-70. It's over. I've got it over. Look at this Clemson. If you want to take Clemson in place of fucking Syracuse, they went over. 149. The spread is 148.5. That's right over this. You know what I'm saying? I think the strongest play in this one is the over. I'm going to cook it up with y'all. Let's add it to the parlay. That's a lock. Over on this Syracuse game. And if I was to pick a side now, look, this is my data, man. This is my data, y'all. This is a real step up spot for Pittsburgh. This is a can you beat Syracuse at their crib type shit. You know what I'm saying? Syracuse is defending their home court undefeated. They only lost to a down, you know what I'm saying? 3 good schools. Man, I ain't gonna even hold y'all. I got the over, and I'm gonna take a little bit of money on the Pittsburgh boys. If we just look at the fucking stats, man, let's look deeper into it. Just my gut instinct telling me to Pittsburgh. And look at this shit. Pittsburgh, 39 rebounds per game on average. That's 17th in the nation. Syracuse is averaging 34 a game, 130th in the nation. Offensive rebounds, 11.5 for Pittsburgh, 34th in the nation. And Syracuse is getting about 9.2, 183rd on the offensive boards. Assists, Pittsburgh's getting about 16, 15.8. That's 69th in the country. Syracuse is getting 13.9, basically 14, 155th in the country. Turnovers, Pittsburgh 9.5, Syracuse 11.7. Man, offensive rating, defensive rating, Only thing Syracuse is doing better is free throw percentage. That's the only thing. Everything else, rebounds, turnovers, true shooting percentage, everything else is pointing towards my boys Pittsburgh. Give me Pittsburgh on the money line, and I like the over. This might go to overtime. This is a 80 to 84 game, 77 to 72 all day long. You know what I'm saying? We get right over that total. 80 to 84, 80 to 89, 78 to 82. That's how I'm looking at it. Pittsburgh win, and it's getting right over the total. Virginia at Notre Dame, and give me short, sweet, and simple. Give me Virginia on the road. They about to shit on these boys. Notre Dame is not shit. I do love the under in this one. I see why the spread is low. Notre Dame is one of the slowest paces in the world. Last game with Marist, 116. Went under 125. Game before that, 120. You know what I'm saying? Or 110. Shit is ridiculous. Game with Marquette, under. They're bad low, and you know Virginia like to slow it down. Under. 124 under. Boy, let's go under this total. But when I think it's a game like this, when everybody just obviously know it's gonna be an under, these be the games where they go over and shit. But man, if I had to pick a side now, of course I'm gonna label the number with the Virginia Cavaliers. You know what I'm saying? Them boys beat Syracuse bad, and I think they could do the same to Notre Dame. We're not gonna overcomplicate it. That's not one of those not one of them trap games. That's a good road team. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not worried about them on the road. Northeastern at Rhode Island. Nah, Northeastern is decent. They just came off a decent little outing at Virginia where they almost won. At Virginia, too. They was at Virginia spot. Then they just almost beat Vermont before that. And they came off a win against Old Dominion. These boys been hooping as of late, man. Beat a weak Georgia Southern team. Almost beat Kennesaw. Beat a good ECU team. They lost to Princeton, you know what I'm saying? Now look what Rhode Island did, man. Let's look what these boys did. Lost to New Hampshire by 10. Lost to Delaware, 11. College of Charleston, 15. Lost to Brown. They beat a decent Yale team. That's probably the best thing they did all year. And they played the same team, Coastal Carolina at Rhode Island. And if we look at the damn players, man, Central Connecticut, 5 for 21, 24%. Terrible shooting night from 3, 0 for 4, 0 for 4, 0 for 2, 0 for 1. Like, they had a terrible shooting night compared to this team. They was 5 for 12, much more efficient. And they free throws was 50%. 12 for 23 from the free throw. Terrible team shooting. Look at these damn fucking rebounds, though, man. They got 29 rebounds, and they got 32. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing majorly different besides an off shooting night. They had 1, 2, 3 people in double digits. They had 25, 20, 10, and 12. Couple sixes. Now look, y'all, we finna go real dumb. I swear. I hope they really want Rhode Island to win this game because this is how the line opened. Rhode Island is the favorite in this game. They won the last meeting, and we're fading them on this meeting. Revenge spot, Northeastern is finna smack these boys on the revenge spot. Imagine if they didn't have that rough shooting night. They would have no problem beating them the first time. Rhode Island just got a lucky game, it looked like. I think Northeastern gets the job done on the revenge angle. Give me Northeastern on the money line in a revenge spot. Columbia at Fordham. Columbia 8-3 in this joint. Fordham, decent as hell too. I like what I seen when they played Tulane, 80-89. Then they just lost to NJIT after that. That you can't be doing that. You laying 18.5 points. You lost outright to NJIT. They one of the weakest teams in the world. You only beat North Texas by 1. Got shitted on by these boys. And you lost to Central Connecticut by 2. Columbia coming to this one, beating Farley Dickinson 80-83. Lafayette before that let them boys put up 72 over in New Hampshire. The shit was 151. They had to go over 151.5, half a point under. Otherwise, that's an over. This game, you beat Loyola Maryland. Loyola Maryland can't score a lot. Maine can't score a lot. We already know that. Fordham can score a lot. Temple, they could score a lot. You see, they not a lot, but they could score into the 70s. When they get in playing these teams that could score into the 70s, they're gonna go over. I think this is a strong play for the over on this game again. I like the over in this game. Over the total, and I'm gonna take Columbia on that fucking spread. I don't see why Fordham's laying 7.5. They've been acting the ass lately. They ain't been looking like nobody special. You know what I'm saying? Columbia 8-3 for a reason. I've been playing Columbia. I'm gonna keep on riding Columbia plus the points. Sprinkle some on the money line. Columbia might get it done. Central Connecticut did. Give me Columbia plus the points. Next up, ULM, terrible team, 1-5 on the road versus a 5-0 home squad. App State, short, sweet, and simple. Later points for Appalachian State. I don't like Appalachian State, as we can see. They're fool's gold, man. They just really are fool's gold. But that's really in football, man. This basketball program is outstanding. Beat Austin Peay. Beat these boys ETSU. Beat Murray State. Beat UNC Wilmington. And they beat Auburn. Beat Weber and Queens. Man, they've been on a tear, man. I ain't gonna lie, I like what I've seen from them. They're not getting touched by no ULM. ULM is out of their tax bracket. Give me App State to lay the big number. It should be more points than that. Siena at Massachusetts. This is another one I'm laying the points with Massachusetts. 5-1 at the crib. They've been hooping this year. UMass is decent. UMass is decent this year, man. Stop sleeping on UMass. Do not sleep on UMass. I'm laying the number with UMass. Easy first half spread cover. Lay the 10 points in the first half. It might be 12 points for them to cover first half. I'm laying that. Next up, you got Quinnipiac at Florida. And you see the line is at 160 already. I like the over. Quinnipiac is one of the fastest paced teams in the country. Florida, outstanding offense, 5-0 at the crib, 9-3. Both teams 9-3, but Florida's is a better 9-3. Of course, they played a tougher time. Florida will smack these boys. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Florida's about to demolish you know what I'm saying? Demolish these boys. When Quinnipiac plays a tough team, and Yale is not no stretch of the imagination as good as fucking Florida. Or Canisius. You know what I'm saying? Canisius beat these boys by 20. Yale beat these boys by 14. And when they stepped up even more to UMass, terrible loss. 81-101. You know what I'm saying? That's why I like UMass to cover that spread. And that's why I like Florida to cover the big number as well. And I love the over. This shit might get into the 170s, 180s. I like the over and Florida to cover the spread. Davidson at Ohio in a neutral venue. Now this would have been totally different, bro. If this was at Ohio crib, if this was at Ohio's crib, bro, they would have been decent. But honestly, I'm gonna side with my boys Davidson, and I'm gonna tell you why. When Ohio's won their last couple games, bro, they beat the damn Division II school by 80 and came out and lost to Austin Peay thinking it was sweet. They neutral venues, they've been doing good. Damn near beat damn George Washington. That's a good game. All these neutral venue games went over, over. As you can see, they're predominantly an under team. But as soon as they get in a neutral venue, they going over. And Middle Tennessee is a low scoring, slow paced team, and they got over the spread with them. Give me the over again, and I like Davidson on the money line. Davidson is not the should not be 2 points better. They're way more than 2 points better than them. B Wright State handedly with an over. Charlotte, this was a great game. Beat them boys in an over. Why was it at 127? 160-point game. You know what I'm saying? That's our job to find them damn stupid ass lines. This is about to be another over. Right over this total, man. Getting right over the total. And Davidson finna smack them boys on the money line. Virginia Tech at Wake Forest. Man, I love Virginia Tech, man. I really do love Virginia Tech, man. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. But I'm going with Wake Forest. I've seen these boys play. You know what I'm saying? I know what Virginia Tech is doing. All they do is they gonna live and die by that three, boy. That three, I'm telling you, Hunter Couture, them boys is gonna blow that bitch. They're gonna shoot that motherfucker. That's all they gonna do all day long. If them shots don't drop at a fucking neutral or away, if them shots not dropping in Wake Forest Stadium, Wake Forest finna run away with this shit by 20. Give me Wake Forest on the crib. It's hard to maintain all them threes at another fucking big school's gym. You know what I'm saying? Virginia Tech has been doing it though. But Wake Forest is no fucking slouch, man. They beat Florida, beat Rutgers, beat Presbyterian, who's not no bitch this year. You know what I'm saying? Beat Towson. And they almost beat Georgia. Kept it close with Utah. Give me Wake Forest. There's no reason that I don't see no reason Virginia Tech is beating them. You know what I'm saying? These beating up on these scrub ass teams, yes, they're gonna do that. They're gonna beat Valparaiso. They're gonna beat Louisville. They're gonna beat Vermont and American. You know what I'm saying? FAU, no, nothing to go on. So this Iowa State and this Boise State, them two good wins. We were on them against Boise State. That's when I seen it. Like, yeah. If they missed a couple threes this Boise State game, they would have lost. I'm not trusting that live and die by the three. Not against Wake Forest. Give me Wake Forest on the money line. Everybody on their mama is going to pick Virginia Tech. I love Virginia Tech, man. I know them boys got them knockdown triples, bro. But when them shots don't fall on the road, bro, it's hard. That home crowd advantage, the momentum is real. Give me Wake Forest on the money line. Next up, we got Howard and LaSalle. LaSalle 7-0 at the crib, 9-3, beating up on these. Hey, this Pennsylvania win was a good win for them. They needed that after that overtime loss. The game before that at Temple. Beat Southern Indiana by 1. Drexel, Northeastern, and Bucknell. Yeah, these boys is hooping for their little division. Howard, on the other hand, they'll pick and choose their spots, man. Howard will pick and choose their spots. Like they did very good against Georgia Tech. Very next game, get blown out. Go beat up a team like Boston. You know what I'm saying? Very next game, get blown out. Stay close. You know what I'm saying? With Bryant, get an overtime win with Mount St. Mary's, and then the very next game, the overtime loss. It's just not enough consistency. They getting beat bad, decisively by Jackson State. I'm not looking to touch you, but I do like the over in this game. I do whatever the spread or the over the line. The line is not posted yet, but whatever that line is, I'm looking to go over the total. Give me the over and give me LaSalle to get the money line win. FAMU at Southern Carolina. Cause hey, Southern Carolina, they've been fucking hooping 11-1. They've been flying under the radar. Ain't nobody talking about them. Nobody talking about these boys. The only loss is to Clemson by 5. Beat Grand Canyon at a neutral venue. Beat Virginia Tech at a neutral venue. Beat ECU. Them boys has been fucking hooping. Give me the later big number with these boys. I don't care what the number is. I'm landing with Southern Carolina. Longwood at Dayton. Longwood 12-2. Dayton. I'm laying the points with Dayton. I think Longwood is a fake 12-2. It looks better than what it is for real. Longwood struggled with a couple teams this year when they step up, and then a couple bad teams that they even look bad against too. Give me Dayton a later number, maybe 10 points. I'll take 10 points with Dayton. Nah, we got Lemoyne weak ass getting 11 points. I did see this spread. They catching 11, I think, with Fairfield. Fairfield is laying 11 points. Nah, you know how bad I hate fucking Lemoyne. But Fairfield is formidably better than them boys. You know what I'm saying? They covering their spreads in their last 5 games. Even laying points, laying 8 points against Wagner cover. Farley Dickinson covered. 16-point underdogs. Got an outright win. Couldn't beat Drexel or Queens. And they couldn't beat Rhode Island or New Hampshire by 3. Lemoyne beat Dartmouth. Lost to Binghamton by fucking 12. Lost to the Army. I was on Lemoyne in this game, and they just got damn near 20 piece. Lost by 17. Give me Fairfield to lay the big number. It looks ugly, but it's one of them you got to bet and just turn your head away. Yeah, give me Fairfield and lay the big number. Iona at Harvard, short, sweet, and simple. Give me Harvard on the money line. 5-0 at the crib. I've watched Harvard and I've watched Iona. Iona is not it this year. They're struggling. Give me Harvard at the crib. Stop disrespecting Harvard. They got a real set. They starting 5 is better than Iona starting 5. Queens University at Duke. Give me the automatic over. This shit going right over the total. Off bat. Give me the over. That's the strongest play in that game. And give me Duke. Lehigh, Marist. Give me Marist first half. Money line. First half, money line, Marist at Lehigh. Well, Marist at the crib, though. 3-0 at the crib. 0-6 is Lehigh. Alabama and Liberty on a neutral venue. Give me the over. This shit is about to be in the 190s, 180s. This might be a 200-point game, mark my words. Alabama's going to at least have 90, 80 points, 85, 87. Liberty's going to have 80, 78, 75. It's going to be 90 to 70. Give me the over. Alabama to cover the spread. Merrimack at Boston U. Give me Merrimack money line, boy. Stop playing with me. I'm going to lay the spread with Merrimack, too. Boston U is not on their level. Merrimack is much better than them. GMU, George Mason at North Carolina A&T. 2-10 is North Carolina A&T. 7-0 is George Mason. George Mason laying 20 points. Let's see what North Carolina A&T been doing, man. They lost to High Point by 13 when they was getting 20 points. High Point is good, too. They was getting 20 points against Samford. Covered that, 21. Covered against this little 31. Right on the nose. It was a push with Virginia. Yeah, give me George Mason to lay the number. But I'm not rushing to the window. I'll just take George Mason on the money line. First half. Troy at Coastal Carolina. Give me Troy to lose this game. Now, this is a controversial ass pick, but I'm gonna see. I need to see them win on the road. They're 0-5 on the road. They're nothing special. They beat Eastern Kentucky, sorry ass. Eastern Kentucky, sorry as fuck this year. They're losing to everybody. They couldn't beat. They beat SIU. Play EKU again. I mean, you see what I'm saying with the revenge angle? Lost to this team by 1 at their crib. Now you go home and beat them by 7. That's what I said with the earlier video with Northeastern. Grambling. That's a winnable game for them. You know what I'm saying? And we know how bad Oregon State is, man. Come on. Lost to Ohio by 18 on the road. Coastal Carolina is nobody special. 3-6. Lost to North Carolina A&T. Sorry ass. But cover 16 with College of Charleston at the crib. Lost by 8 to Wofford. 87-90 with Winthrop. College of Charleston again. They got swept by College of Charleston. Both of them was damn near over though. Furman over. Wichita over. They played a little rough schedule. This North Carolina, Northern, you can't lose to North Carolina Central by that bad of a margin. I know Troy is the better team, but this is one of them teams you just can't trust on the road. It's been proven 5 times in a row. Give me Coastal Carolina to get the money line win at home. It's a controversial pick, but that's one of them games where you fade the public. Everybody will pick Troy in this spot. I'm not falling for that shit, man. Give me Coastal Carolina in an upset. It's one of them tickets. What's one of them games that fuck your ticket up because you just thought Troy was just gonna get it done outright. No, give me Coastal Carolina on the money line. Probably plus the points if you want to play it safe. You know what I'm saying? Gardner-Webb at VCU. Now look, VCU 12-point favorites against Gardner-Webb. Gardner-Webb's 0-5 on the road as well. Can't win on the road. They just took Akron overtime though. Lost by 3 to Chattanooga. Lost by 15 to Baylor. Covered 23 points against Arkansas. Yeah, Gardner-Webb ain't no bitch, man. Gardner-Webb ain't no bitch. On the real. Gardner-Webb is not no pushover. Beat Alcorn by 30. Lost to Memphis in OT. Lost to Norfolk by 3. That's a good win for Norfolk. Yeah, it's the same team. It's the same team. I'm not falling for it, man. Give me my boys Gardner-Webb plus the 12. Gardner-Webb plus the 12. VCU is not. They not nobody special, man. They not covering big numbers like that against a formidable team like Gardner-Webb. Give me the points with Gardner-Webb. Arkansas State at Georgia State. I'm going to go with Georgia State in this one at the crib. Georgia State did take a loss to Mercer. We was on Georgia State in that one. Couldn't get it done on the road. Kennesaw State on the road. Charlotte on the road. Swept UTR. Swept that Little Rock team, Little Cop. And then on the road, beat Western Michigan, but couldn't beat Belmont. NIU at the crib loss. Arkansas State, 1-6 on the road. Belmont, same team, couldn't beat them. Beat a weak-ass Louisville team. They beat a good little UAB team by 20-19. This Little Rock team lost by 11. Little Cock, a team that Georgia State just swept. You know what I'm saying? Lost to San Diego, bad, dog. Like, you can't be losing them type of games. And Bowling Green, bad. Give me the over And I like Georgia State in this one. Laid 3 points with Georgia State in the over. Princeton at Delaware. 11-1 is Princeton. The only loss is St. Joe's. St. Joe's smacked them boys by 4. Good game for St. Joe's. But other than that, man, these boys have just been on a tear. They've been on a tear. They've been on an outright tear. Beat this Rutgers team, Furman, Northeastern, Monmouth, Drexel. You know what I'm saying? And now they coming in there on the road against Delaware. Delaware last 5 home games. They just lost to Ryder. Weak ass Ryder. You know what I'm saying? At the crib. They beat a good Xavier team though. Neutral venue. Neutral venue lost. Beat Brown. Man, they beat Air Force at the crib. Air Force and Riders, they only home games for Division 1. And they're 1-1. Give me Princeton all day long, man. They're 11-1. I'll lay the number with Princeton. Indiana State at Michigan State. I love them Sycamores, man. Them boys nice. Give me the points with the Indiana State Sycamores. I'm going to sprinkle some on the money line. I know Michigan State have been playing better as of late. They found their groove. I know, but this is when I hop off of them boys. This is when we go the other way. If they going to get 3 straight covers, they're going to have to show me. I'm going with Indiana State. They got some real hoopers that could compete. 8.5 points is too much. This Michigan State team is not done enough after them 2 wins. They just got 2 games in a row. I need to see more than that. Give me Indiana State. Cover the spread. Creighton at Marquette. Give me Marquette all day long at the crib. 7-0 at the crib. Give me Marquette on the money line. Simple as that. Creighton, they lost their touch with Arthur Kaluma. They lost their touch. I like Ryan Kalkbrenner to get his over on his rebounds. If y'all could take Kalkbrenner to get over his rebounds, 7.5 or something, I like that as well. Ryan Kalkbrenner gonna get over his boards. Marquette will win this game though. Give me Marquette. I like what I've seen from Creighton though this year, but Marquette, I like what I've seen from them a little bit more. They smashing shit. They got a little bit more dogs in them. They got a little bit more dogs that could get a bucket in the clutch. That's what it boils down to. Central Michigan, Loyola, Illinois. Now Loyola, Illinois is a fraud this year. 6-1. They terrible still this year. Lost to USF. Lost to Tulsa on the road. Beat Harvard. Beat Charleston Southern. Beat Chicago State. They beat Boston College on the neutral floor. They only beat New Orleans by 3. Central Michigan beat Detroit Mercy. Beat Valparaiso. Lost to Stetson. Beat Siena. Beat this USF team that Loyola lost to. And they lost to ULM by 10. Give me Loyola, Illinois. Give me Loyola, Illinois on the money line first half, but I'm not in love with it. St. Peter's at Bucknell. Now give me St. Peter's in this one. It's a pick'em. This is a coin flip game. This is a pick'em. Give me St. Peter's. They beat Niagara, Canisius, UMBC, NJIT, and they lost by 1 to Farley Dickinson. Bucknell beat Penn State somehow. And losing to Merrimack. Losing to Merrimack by 16. Losing to Marist by damn near 30. 26. St. Bonnie's, or they lost by 24 to Marist. Yeah, I don't like what I seen. They beat this Niagara team. Man, I like the under in this one. Give me the under in St. Peter's to edge them out. Alabama A&M 1-11, 0-8 versus the 8-0 Georgia team. Give me the big number with Georgia. Georgia Bulldogs is gonna smash them boys. Abilene Christian at Western Kentucky now. Western Kentucky 5-0 at the crib. They land 6 points. Abilene Christian is 5-7. They beat UTEP, lost to Northern Arizona, took SFA to OT at the crib, but on the road lost to UT Arlington by 15. Beat Oklahoma State early in the year, but they let UT Arlington that road. Yeah, they not doing nothing. Give me Western Kentucky at the crib. Just beat Cali Baptist at their crib. Held it down against Austin Peay. Yeah, I don't like them to lay the number, but I like Western Kentucky to get the job done. On the money line, Southern Miss at Southern. Oh yeah, Georgia Southern 0-12. That's what I told motherfuckers. We faded them. They were laying points. Look at this game right here, y'all. Them boys were laying points against Eastern Michigan. Couldn't do it. Then it was a 1 point game, 2 point game for the Ospreys. 3 point game. Like, what are y'all talking about? You know what I'm saying? What do y'all see in Georgia Southern? Give me Southern Mississippi to lay the number. I'm laying the number. They're 2-10 against the spread, Georgia Southern. 20% chance for them to cover. Give me Southern Mississippi, man. And I don't even like Southern Mississippi like that, but give me Southern Miss to lay the number. Central Arkansas at Missouri. Short, sweet, and simple. I like Central Arkansas to cover the spread in the first half only. Only the first half, because I just seen what they did with Oklahoma. Central Arkansas can keep it close in the first 12 minutes. Then they're going to start slipping it away. Give me Central Arkansas to cover the spread in the first half. They might be getting like 12, 14 points, cover the spread in the first half. But full game, give me Missouri to win. I think Missouri runs away with it second half. But I wouldn't be surprised if Central Arkansas just covered the first half and just rolled over the second half. Wichita State, Kansas at a neutral venue. I'm getting short, sweet, and simple. Give me Wichita State to cover the spread and Kansas to win a close nail biter game. And I like to go over the spread as well. Give me the over in that game as well. Middle Tennessee at Murray State. Murray State at the crib, land 5. Middle Tennessee 0-2 on the road, but they have 2 more wins than Murray State this year. And on the road, they couldn't beat Southern Utah or St. Mary's. Beat Missouri State at the crib in overtime. Lost to Wofford in overtime. Lost to UIC by 30. Almost beat UAB. Beat SFA and NKU. Super little edgy team, man. Super rough ass, jagged ass team. They lost to Little Rock bad. Lost to CeeLa. Give me Middle Tennessee. Give me Middle Tennessee State on the money line. 4.5-point underdogs. Outright winners. Give me Middle Tennessee State. Get their first road win. UMass at George Washington. Give me George Washington later number. Northern Arizona at North Colorado. Give me North Colorado on the money line. They land 6 points. I'd just rather take the money line with Northern Colorado. Montana State at Weber State. We just faded Montana State and they came through and won. But it was against an Idaho State team that should have beat them. Weber State We just definitely faded Weber State, and they put up a 30-piece thrallop against Montana. Give me Weber State to get the job done. Weber State's laying 12, and for good reason. I'll lay the number with Weber State. UL Lafayette at Marshall. This is a weird game right here, man. Marshall's laying a number, and they're under 500 on their season. They beat Rice. EKU lost to these Louisiana Tech boys by 5. Lost to Samford by damn near, 23. Lost to Toledo by 9. Yeah, give me the points with UL Lafayette, man. If you could buy this up, I'm taking the points all day. UNC Wilmington smashed these boys by 9. Toledo, 1-point win for Toledo. Duquesne beat them by 7. No, 13, my bad. 13. You lost to Miami of Ohio by 5 at home. That's what they're doing right here. They're about to lose to Lafayette at home. Give me Louisiana Lafayette. I'm going to sprinkle some on the money line. This them boys, the Toothbrush Boys, Colgate at Cornell. And you know where I'm going with this one. Give me Cornell on the money line, man. Cornell is 9-2. They always do this. They're my boys. Cornell is really like that. I've been on them for the last 4 years. They still a good program. Give me Cornell. This is going to be a tight game, though. Colgate is not no pushover. They always pesky. They always in the game. But Cornell will get the outright victory. Give me Cornell on the money line on the first half and in the full game. Chicago State getting 7 points at DePaul. Chicago, little rivalry, little brother angle. And I'm going to take the points with Chicago State. I've been way more impressed than what I've been seeing from Chicago State than DePaul. 2-9, 2-8 against the number. Give me Chicago State. I will sprinkle some on the money line with Chicago State. But I like them plus the points as a lock. Lafayette at Richmond. Give me Richmond. Lay the number. I think it was around like 16, 18 points. I'm laying 20 points with Richmond. Give me the Richmond Spiders to lay the number against Lafayette. Leopards. UT Martin at Tennessee Tech. And I'm going with Tennessee Martin in this one. UT Martin showed me otherwise. After we faded them for losing to a Division II school in the first half, almost lost the full game as well. They only beat William Lewis by 3. A nail-biting ending. Give me these boys, Tennessee Martin, man. Tennessee Tech, I took them last game against Little Rock, Arlington. But, man, Little Rock is terrible, and they just smashed them boys when it mattered most. Give me UT Martin, man. I'm going to take the points. Yeah, I'm going to lay the points with UT Martin. Campbell at SFPA, I should say. And Campbell is 0-4 on the road. Give me SFA on the money line at the crib. Fuck is you talking about? They goofy as hell. They just almost beat Robert Morris. Beat American on the road and Lehigh. Give me SFPA at home. St. Francis on the money line / the points. Akron at a neutral venue against St. Bonnie's. Give me Akron all day long, man. Akron, my boys. They're my dogs. And I like what I mean, I'm not a big St. Bonnie's fan. But look who their schedule has been playing. Binghamton, Siena, Niagara, Buffalo. You know what I'm saying? Nobody. Soon as they get a little competition, 17-point loss. Canisius, bust their ass. And they barely beat Oklahoma State on a neutral venue. Akron is my boys. I'm riding with them. Give me Akron on the money line. CS, Northridge at Long Beach State. And this one is Long Beach State laying 9 points for what? Give me CSN plus the 9 points all day. That's a lock. Lock that up. Write that down. Lock that up. CSN. CSS Northridge on the points cover. They might win that game outright. UCLA plus 7.5 at Oregon. And N'Faly Dante is still out for Oregon. Until N'Faly Dante come back, I'm not going with Oregon. I do like what I seen them in their last game against USC. They did what the fuck they were supposed to do. They've been, you know what I'm saying, doing what they supposed to do, even without N'Faly Dante last game. But UCLA is terrible. Lost to this CSUN team. That's why I think CSUN could beat Long Beach State. They just lost to Maryland, and they lost to Villanova and Ohio State. And they almost lost to UC Riverside. You know what I'm saying? Can't forget that one. They just beat Oregon State, luckily. You know what I'm saying? Covered the number barely. And then it was a slow ass, low scoring ass game, like always. Give me the under. Give me the under. They need to start putting their games in the 120s. Give me the under with UCLA, and I think UCLA could cover this 7, but Oregon will win. It's a little 3-point, 4-point game. UCLA covers, Oregon wins. Lil Rock, a.k.a. Lil Cock, at Tennessee State. And y'all know we'll be going all year long. Give me Tennessee State. Give me Tennessee State, man, and get the job done on the money line. It was a bad beat last game. I'm going back to the well. Give me Tennessee State. I'm fading Lil Rock. Sacramento State getting faded again against Eastern Washington. Give me Eastern Washington after coming big against Portland State when I thought they was not they shouldn't have never been the favorite against Portland State. And it was for a true reason. They was the favorite that game. Beat them boys bad. And I think they do this to the same bullshit ass Sacramento State team. Big beat. I mean, 10.5 is not enough. Give me the later number with the Eastern Washington Eagles. Florida International at Utah Tech. Give me Florida International on the money line. It's just a little bit of a bigger brand school. Utah Tech is decent. I like what I like. I mean, in certain spots, I will pick Utah Tech, but not against FIU. And I know how bad FIU is. Everybody, trust me, I know how bad FIU is. I do. But, man, when they played Miami, they showed me some. Give me FIU on the money line. They shouldn't be the underdog to them boys. Dartmouth at Vanderbilt. Give me Vanderbilt. Later big number. UNC Wilmington at Arkansas. Give me UNC Wilmington, man, plus the points. If you could see Arkansas 8-4 winning record, but look at them against the spread. Out of 12 games, they covered in 3 games out of 12. They're not covering these big spreads, man. UNC Wilmington's 500 against the spread. I'd rather take my shot with a 500 team than a 3-9 team against the spread wise. Give me UNC Wilmington to cover the spread. And boys can hoop too. Boys can hoop. Portland State at Idaho. Portland State looked terrible in their last game. They should not have lost to that Eastern Washington team. And Idaho, same shit. Almost fucking choked it with these boys, man. They got to push, land 3 points against Sacramento State out of all weak teams. Like I said, they barely beat Utah Tech. I just don't like what I've seen from Idaho. Give me Portland State on the money line. Cal Poly, terrible against UC Davis. UC Davis laying 11. Give me UC Davis on the first half money line. Cut it short. San Francisco, I'll lay 40 with them. I'll lay 34, 35 points with San Fran. Montana at Idaho State. Give me the Grizz. I'm not falling for no damn Idaho State. No more. Give me the Grizz. Wyoming at BYU. Damn, they on that. Damn, they on bullshit. Wyoming catching 20 points after a Bellarmine thrallop and a Georgia State thrallop. Couldn't cover this against Denver. They beat the shit out of Evansville, though. Evansville, nice. They've been covering their spreads, bro. I ain't gonna lie. They've been covering their spreads. 32 points, 22, 31, covering them bitches. 15 points at Fresno, they won by 30, 29. Man, Wyoming. Have they been a 20-point underdog this year? They've been 16 points against Texas. They ended up losing by 23. Man, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. When these boys do a step-up spot, it gets scary for them. Give me BYU to lay the number. I'll lay it with BYU. I do know what Sam Griffin is about, though. I like Wyoming, man. I like Wyoming, but they just suck on the road, and they just a one-dimensional team. When Sam Griffin missing, if Sam Griffin gets shut down, the whole team is getting shut down. You know what I'm saying? Give me BYU to lay the number. Bellarmine at High Point. Give me High Point all day long on the money line. Wagner at Manhattan. Give me Manhattan on the money line at the crib. Southern Alabama at Old Dominion. Give me South Alabama, man. Old Dominion has been on a losing streak. Them boys suck. They can't do nothing right. They losing to all the wrong teams. Give me South Alabama. Austin Pay, Memphis. Give me Memphis. I'll lay the spread with Memphis. Should be like 14, 15. Give me Memphis to lay the dub down here. Yale at Santa Clara. Now this is like a pick 'em. And give me Santa Clara. The line is going up in Santa Clara's favor. I think it's for good reason. Give me Santa Clara. Pennsylvania at Houston. Penn getting 26 points at Houston. 12-0. I think Houston does it again. It's not a big enough number for Houston. Houston should be laying 34. Give me Houston to lay the big number. Prairie View A&M at Texas A&M. Give me Texas A&M to lay the big number. I like the over in this game. Prairie View might get into the 60s, 70s, and Texas A&M gonna have at least 80 something. 80 might be, maybe 90. Give me the over. I think that's the strongest play in that game. Ohio State at West Virginia. Give me Ohio State to lay the number. I'm laying the points with Ohio State all day long. UIC coming in this one 6-point favorite. Underdogs against SIU. And give me the points with UIC. This is an in-state rivalry. Give me UIC. Them boys got a little bit more dog in them. I might take UIC on the money line. I like SIU too, but when they lost that boy Lance to Purdue, it hurt them. Give me UIC. I think they're better this year. FAU at Florida Gulf Coast. Give me Florida Atlantic coming off that beautiful performance against Arizona. Give me FAU on the money line. Incarnate Word at UT Rio Grande Valley. That's a long ass name for a college, bro. UT Rio Grande Valley. Like, god damn, how many syllables is that? Give me Incarnate Word just for that. Long ass name. Nah, on the real note though. I like Incarnate Word in this one. I know what Incarnate Word is about. They 2-5 on the road. You know what I'm saying? It's like a 50-50 game. Give me Incarnate Word and the points. UC Santa Barbara, UC Riverside. I told people UC Riverside was going to do what they did last game, didn't I? Them boys instantly covered the spread against UC Irvine. Easy. They just covered against UCLA, and they was laying big number against fucking UC Irvine like they weren't going to cover that. You know what I'm saying? Now they getting 1 point. UC Riverside getting 1 point against UC Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara been looking good. Then they just had a clunker to UC Davis. You know what I'm saying? I thought they were better than UC Davis, but this team showed true. I think the damn bleeding don't stop here. Give me UC Riverside. As UC Santa Barbara tries to find their footing, I think they find it at their next home game. I think they lose this one on the road as well. Give me Riverside in that one. Louisiana Tech at Grand Canyon. Grand Canyon, 7.5 point favorite. Louisiana Tech is nice this year, y'all. Do not sleep on Louisiana Tech. I think GCU probably got a down next thing coming if they think they 8 points better than them. Like I said, man, I fuck with Grand Canyon. Grand Canyon is no joke. They almost took it there with South Carolina. You know what I'm saying? It's just this damn UT Arlington game still fresh in my memory. At the crib, give me the points with Louisiana Tech in a close game at night. I think it's an overtime ridden game. This might go to overtime. Give me Louisiana Tech plus the points. Chattanooga at Auburn. Give me Chattanooga all fucking day long. Why are they getting 20 points? Why are they getting 20 points? That's a lock. Write this shit down. Give me Chattanooga plus the 20 points. Auburn is fool's gold. You could take Auburn if you stupid. I'm not fucking stupid. Auburn's a fucking joke. Auburn is a joke. Give me Chattanooga to catch the fucking 20 points. Cali Baptist at New Mexico State. And New Mexico State is only a 1 point underdog. Give me Cali Baptist to lay the 2 points. I might buy that up to 6 points for extra points, extra fucking odds. Give me Cali Baptist to lay the number. I might lay 8 points with Cali Baptist for like plus money. Seattle at UTEP. Give me Seattle all day long. UTEP should not be fucking laying. I see because Seattle's 0-3 on the road, but UTEP is not really that good. They're 7-1 at home, but look at their home games. Wyoming, that was a good win. Norfolk, that was a good win. That's 2 wins out of the 7. They lost to just damn A&M Corpus Christi. Terrible team. They beat Austin Peay and Santa Barbara. 4 of their wins is Austin Peay, Santa Barbara, Norfolk, and Wyoming. That's good. Them some good wins. Little 3 good wins after 4. The rest of them are Division II schools. And they lost a fucking head scratcher, laying 14 points. I'm not trusting them boys to fucking do that shit. Give me Seattle, man. Look who Seattle's been taken down. Took down this Louisiana Tech team. Almost beat Washington. Lost to San Francisco by 3. You know what I'm saying? This is a good team. This is a really good team. Only lost to VCU by 4 on the road. They're doing their shit on the road. I don't get it, man. Even though they lost on the road, they're doing their shit. It's not no big throllops. Give me Seattle on the money line. They're the better team. UC Irvin at USCS Bakersfield. And give me my boys UC Irving on the money line in the first half. They about to run the water. They about to run track with these boys. Bakersfield ain't on nothing. Give me UC Irving. USC at Oregon State. Oregon State 8-1 at the crib, but they ass suck. Give me USC on the money line. I think this is one of them games where Oregon State is just gonna get their ass handed to them. And I told y'all don't take USC until them boys put LeBron, Bronny James in the starting lineup. But I think this is one of them games where we just gotta take USC. Yeah, that's a straight USC game. And last game on the slate, we know Hawaii do they shit at night. They be having the 12 p.m. midnight games and shit, man. This shit crazy. And then they going against Cal State Fullerton. Terrible ass. Fullerton's not going to win the game, but they might cover, though. Give me the points with Fullerton. I think Fullerton has it in them to cover the spread, but Hawaii is going to win this on the money line, as they do always in them late-ass games at their house. That's how we going to end the slate off. It's been my pleasure cooking it up with y'all. Leave me your top 3 locks. And we're going to cook up a little quick 4-leg parlay for the night slate. We're going to cook up a 4-leg parlay for the night slate. Give me Hawaii on the money line first half. Seattle, money line. Louisiana Tech plus the points, and California Baptist money line. That's a 4-leg for the night slate. And we gonna get a little 4-leg for the day / evening, daytime / evening. And I'm really vibing with Harvard. Give me Harvard, Wake Forest, Davidson, and Merrimack. All on the money line. That's how we gonna do that one. Be sure to leave me a sub, hit the notification bell. It's your boy Yoyoy. Till next time, let's smash their ass, sting their ass, y'all.